And welcome, John Morris Show on not a Monday, a Tuesday. Hope you had a great Memorial Day long weekend break. It was for us at our house. Hope you had the same. While at the same time, we remember what Memorial Day stands for, those who have given their lives for our country, and we salute them each and every day of the week. But I hope you had a great weekend. Nice for us at home. Tom Barfield's in the next studio. He had a nice weekend, did a lot of high school baseball. But other than that, Baylor baseball is done for the year. Garrett, I think, had a nice long weekend. Brandon also. So really nice as we slip into summer mode with a little bit of rain again here in Central Texas. More expected over this week. But we never say no to the rain. At some point, it's going to stop raining and it won't rain forever. So not bad at all. A little bit of rain again this morning. Here's what we have coming up in the hour today as we get the week started. We'll let you hear part of our Sikkim podcast with Tiriah Kelly. She's a sprinter for Baylor track and field. She is the Big 12 champion in the 200 meters. She's the Big 12 runner-up in the 100 meters. She's part of the 4x1 relay team. And all of those, she has qualified for the NCAA West Regional, which begins on Wednesday. That would be tomorrow in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And remember when we had Michael Ford, track and field head coach, on with us last week, that format is there's a West Regional, there's an East Regional. And in each event, the top 12 in each regional qualify for nationals, and then the nationals in Eugene, Oregon are next week. So this is the regional leading to the nationals. Baylor has a good group going there. 25 have qualified for the NCAA West Regional. Don't know about geography there, but going to Fayetteville for the West Regional. And the East Regional is in Lexington, Kentucky. But a good number of Baylor student athletes are there and ready to compete starting tomorrow. So that'll be fun to keep an eye on. And that is the last sport for Baylor that is still going. Baseball has come to an end. Softball has come to an end. Women's golf finished up over the weekend, and Baylor women finished 25th in the NCAA Championship out in Carlsbad, California. If you were with us on Friday, we had Maddie Lutweiler, assistant coach for Baylor women's golf, on with us then. They finished 25th. Great first round. Slid a little bit in the second and third rounds, but to qualify for the Nationals or for the NCAA 6 years in a row is a tremendous accomplishment for Jay Goble and his team. So their season came to an end. Yurang Lee also competed as an individual following the team being eliminated, and she finished in 42nd place. So her season came to an end, and that's it for Baylor women's golf. And then what's the other one? That's the other. I guess that's it. That's everybody that was going into the weekend, and now only track and field headed to the NCAA West Regional in Fayetteville beginning on Wednesday. So you'll hear from Tiriah Kelly coming up in just a bit. Just a delightful young lady and fun to visit with. You'll enjoy hearing from her and know how fast she is on the track, and a great representative of Baylor University. Speaking of softball and baseball, softball is on to the Women's College World Series now. Texas Tech representing the Big 12, and that's it. Arizona State got knocked out. Arizona State won the Big 12 tournament after Tech won the regular season championship. And Arizona State was going, they were going great guns and got eliminated in the Super Regional. So Arizona State is out. Texas Tech goes to Florida and wins the Super Regional there over the Florida Gators. And the Gators just didn't play well. Did you see the end of that game? Game 3 was, I guess, yesterday, either yesterday or Sunday. Best of 3 series, went to 3 games. Texas Tech beats Florida on Florida's home field there in Gainesville, and Tech gets the last out. They're celebrating on the field. Then they line up for the handshake line, which is pretty much tradition, in softball and baseball. And they look over at the other dugout, and Florida's going back into their dugout. They're not coming out for a handshake. So for whatever reason, and part of it was, I think, Maya Jennings, who had played at Florida and then played for Texas Tech. I think that's part of it. but I don't know if there was more to it than that. But Florida basically refused to shake hands and congratulate Texas Tech after Tech beat them in the Super Regional Series. And Tech looks over there and they kind of say, all right, are y'all coming? No, they're not coming. All right, we're going to go back to celebrating. And they did. And they celebrated on Florida's field and danced around, and then finally took off and took off on their way to Oklahoma City. So big win for Coach Jerry Glasgow and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. They will be the only Big 12 school in the Women's College World Series that begins later this week. Of course, Tech played in the championship best-of-3 series and lost to Texas last year, and Tech has found their way back to the Women's College World Series. So that is the one Big 12 representative there. Baseball, there are 6. The selection show was yesterday. 6 Big 12 baseball teams that are in the NCAA field of 64. And it is still 64, right? Baseball hadn't grown. Yeah, still 64 with baseball, which is great. But 6 teams, good representation by the Big 12. It's the ones, if you followed Big 12 baseball all year, that you would probably expect. Kansas and West Virginia are hosting NCAA regionals coming up this weekend for Kansas. First time ever they're hosting an NCAA regional. Came after their Big 12 tournament championship that wrapped up on Saturday. They beat West Virginia 9-1 in the championship game on Saturday. So Kansas, what a season going for Dan Fitzgerald and the Jayhawks. They win the regular season championship. They win the Big 12 tournament, and now they're hosting an NCAA regional for the first time ever in Lawrence. That's heady stuff for the Kansas Jayhawks, and good luck to them. They are 42-16, hosting a regional for the first time in program history. Their regular season championship, their first in Big 12 history. Their tournament championship, the second for Kansas in Big 12 history. Jayhawks open their regional against Northeastern at noon on Friday. Arkansas and Missouri State are the other 2 teams there in Lawrence, Kansas. West Virginia, number 2 seed, second place team in the Big 12 all year, and even in the tournament, they advanced to the championship game, lost to Kansas in the championship. So a clear number 2 team in the Big 12, West Virginia. They are hosting. They are the Mountaineers are 39-14. The Morgantown Regional will include Binghamton. They'll play Binghamton at 5 o'clock. That's Eastern time, so 4 o'clock Central time on Friday. Wake Forest and Kentucky are the other 2 teams in the Morgantown Regional, hosted by West Virginia. Arizona State has to go on the road. They are 37-19 on the year. They're going to Lincoln. Nebraska is hosting a regional for the first time in 18 years. Heard an interview with Will Bolt last night, and I thought, man, that's a long time. But I guess that's right. 2008 was the last time Nebraska hosted a regional, and that was way back when Nebraska was a part of the Big 12. But they're hosting this weekend, and Arizona State will play Ole Miss, late night game, 8 o'clock Central time on ESPNU on Friday night. Nebraska and South Dakota State are the other 2 teams there in the Lincoln Regional. UCF has earned its second NCAA regional appearance in 3 years, the 14th in program history. They are headed to Auburn, the Auburn Regional. UCF will play North Carolina State in their tournament opener on Friday evening. Auburn and Milwaukee are the other 2 teams. Cincinnati is in second consecutive NCAA baseball regional tournament appearance. They are going to Starkville, and they'll open against Louisiana at 6 o'clock on Friday. Host Mississippi State and Lipscomb are the other 2 teams in Stark Vegas. Oklahoma State is going to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, hosting a regional, and the Cowboys will take on USC Upstate in the opener, 1 Central on ESPN Plus. 7th national seed Alabama, and Alabama State will also play in that regional. And those are the 6 Big 12 teams that are in NCAA baseball regionals. Man, we got to get back to, and Baylor was knocking on the door this year and close to being back in an NCAA regional. A lot of good things, just not enough. And Baylor finishes out of the running, but man, it is such a fun time of year when your team, when your school is in an NCAA baseball regional or a softball regional or the Women's College World Series. We'll visit with Mitch Thompson tomorrow. He'll be on with us tomorrow. We'll wrap up the season and talk about all the positives this year with Baylor baseball, how close they got to possibly getting in an NCAA regional. So that's that lineup. A lot of baseball, all on the ESPN family of networks, a lot on ESPN Plus, all of that beginning later this week. All right, we're off and running on this Tuesday. We're glad you're with us. John Morris Show brought to you every weekday by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing in Waco. Alliance Bank Central Texas, your Central Texas business bank. Voted by Forbes 2025 Best in-State Banks, 7 convenient locations around Central Texas, 7 of them to serve you better, plus on the web at alliancebanktexas.com. Give them a shot, give them a shout, go by. You'll see what I'm talking about, the friendly faces at Alliance Bank Central Texas. Take a break, back with more right after this John Morris Show on a Tuesday, and we'll be right back.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Back with this John Morris Show on a Tuesday, brought to you by the Brazos Landing, where I-35 and the Brazos River meet. Today being Tuesday, they are back open today, closed on Mondays, but open now Tuesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Check it out at the Brazos Landing. That $12 lunch menu is just terrific. Great items available there, and you'll enjoy the great river views at the Brazos Landing, right across the river from Foster Pavilion, right across the interstate from McLean Stadium is the location for the Brazos Landing. All right, a couple of other things to mention, and then coming up next segment, we'll hear from Tiriah Kelly, Baylor track and field standout, headed to the NCAA West Regionals this week. They're already in Fayetteville. I think they left yesterday, traveled yesterday, so they're there. The competition begins tomorrow. But how about the first no-hitter in Major League Baseball? First one in a couple of years. Which I didn't realize that till I saw the notes. But the Astros, a combined no-hitter over the Texas Rangers yesterday, a 9-0 win for Houston. Combined no-hitter Tatsuya Imai. And Chris Allman will correct me if I mispronounce that. He's our resident Astros expert. But he had a rocky first inning, ended up pitching 6 hitless innings before he gave way, and then he handed things off in the 6th inning, and then a combined no-hitter, first no-hitter in Major League Baseball in 2 years, and the Astros pull it against the Texas Rangers yesterday. So nice series there between the two. Is always fun. You throw a no-hitter in, that just kind of revs up the rivalry between the Rangers and the Astros. Indianapolis 500 was over the weekend. If you're into IndyCar racing at all, and I would say mildly, growing up, my dad was a big IndyCar fan, and so because of that, we would always tune in to the Indy 500. Not sure much more than that was ever on TV, but went to the Brickyard twice went to the race in Indianapolis. And it is just, gosh, it's a great experience. It's one of those that is so different in person compared to watching on TV. But I really tuned into it on Sunday, and great job by Fox. I mean, their coverage was so good of the Indy 500, even though they kept having to start, stop, green, caution, red, caution again. So many of those caution flags. And we ended up being the closest finish in Indy 500 history. Pretty cool. Go back and watch the video, watch some highlights of that if you didn't see it in person or didn't see it live over the weekend. So fun to watch the Indianapolis 500, which is a sign of Memorial Day weekend as much as anything. And then I think I said this last week about the NBA playoffs. I don't spend much attention on the NBA until it gets to this point. Really, it's fun to watch now. They're at the conference finals, and the Spurs are involved. The Spurs in Oklahoma City, great series there. They're tied at 2 games apiece. That'll be a fun series to watch playoff. But the Knicks finished off the Cavaliers, a 4-0 sweep with a dominating 37-point win yesterday. So I saw this, which was interesting. The Knicks in the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. Okay, they lost to the Spurs in 1999 in the finals and haven't been back to the finals since. But who is this? John Ehrlichman tweets things that didn't exist the last time the Knicks were in the NBA Finals. Okay, the last time they were in the finals in 1999, the iPhone didn't exist. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, Tesla, SpaceX, Bitcoin, Gmail, Amazon Prime, Google Maps, Netflix streaming, Android, ChatGPT, WhatsApp, TikTok, Snapchat, Xbox, Pinterest, LinkedIn, iPad, Uber, Airbnb, Reddit, Spotify, and Zoom. None of those things existed the last time the Knicks were in the NBA Finals. Pretty funny list to think about that. I mean, it's been, that's 27 years ago. So 1999, things have changed over that course of time. And the Knicks are in the finals. They get to sit and wait now on either San Antonio or Oklahoma City, OKC, the defending NBA champions. Knicks have benefited by playing 2 series against teams coming off rugged 7-game series. Remember, they beat B.J. Edgecombe and Philadelphia 76ers in the first round, and the 76ers were coming off that tough 7-game series. And then they just beat Cleveland coming off a 7-game series as well and sweeps them 4-0. So there's your NBA talk for the day as the Knicks now await either Oklahoma City or the San Antonio Spurs. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, let you listen into a portion of one of our recent Sick'em podcasts. These are fun to do, to sit down and visit with a Baylor student athlete, a coach, an administrator. For me, it's always fun to get to know the student athletes a little bit better. In this type setting, you got a little more time than a normal 2-minute interview or something like that. You got time to stretch out, get some history, background, how they got to Baylor, what do they like to do, away from their sport. So I really enjoy the opportunity to sit down and do these Sick'em podcasts. Wanted to share it with you. It is Tiriah Kelly, the sprinter for Baylor track and field, and headed into the NCAA West Regional beginning tomorrow. So that's coming up next, part of a Sick'em podcast with Tiriah Kelly talking Baylor track and field. We've got that when we come back. John Morris Show brought to you by Alliance Bank, Central Texas, and by the Brazos Landing. And we'll be right back after this.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports, Pete.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to CentralTexasCattleBaronsBall.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. You being here, first question, how are you feeling? You coming off the flu, which really messed up your schedule at the Big 12 indoors.
It did. I'm feeling tremendously better. Like, I feel a whole lot better than I did on Friday when I tested positive. Of course, there's lingering effects of the flu. It was type B. But other than that, I feel ready to run next week. So
good.
Yes.
Unfortunate timing, though, wasn't it?
Extremely unfortunate timing. I was like, this can't be real life.
Right.
It's just so unreal.
Yeah. Big 12 indoors were back in Lubbock, hosted by Texas Tech, where you'd already run twice this year and run well,
really well.
Very well the 2 previous times. Were you looking forward to being back on that track?
I was extremely excited. I knew that Big 12 championship was coming my way in the 200. So it was something exciting that I felt that I deserved this year as a senior. And waking up not feeling good Friday, the morning of prelims, you know, I was like, I'm just going to ignore this. I'm just going to pray. I'm just going to stay focused, keep getting ready, do my regular routine. And I kept ignoring how I felt. And by the time I got to the track, I was like, this is not how my legs and my body feel the day of prelims. And I tried my best to warm up. And I found one of the tech trainers and I said, can I get tested for like anything, the COVID, flu or whatever, in between warming up? So I go in there. I'm still warming up because she goes, okay, this is going to take like a 13-minute test to get your results in. So I'm doing my hip circles and stuff. And like 2 minutes in, it shows positive immediately. Oh. And I was told I can't run. And I had to leave the track immediately. Yeah. So,
and no signs before then. You just kind of woke up that morning and knew things weren't right.
A few of my teammates, we all just woke up feeling like, this is weird. Something's wrong with us, but we're just going to run anyway.
So it wasn't just you, huh?
It wasn't just me.
And did you say it spread to some other teams also?
Yes. I was told that Baylor wasn't the only team that went and tested positive for a few different things while we were there at Tech that weekend. So,
all right. Well, that's tough. I mean, I'm sorry you didn't get a shot at a Big 12 indoor championship. That would have been so cool to see, but glad you're doing better.
Yes.
And the NCAA indoors are coming up as we record this. They're coming up next week. Is there a ramp up for you to feel 100%?
Yes, I'm trusting God. I know that everything happens in his timing. So he was protecting me from something this week. And if anything, I'm going to be the only one with fresh legs.
That's a good way to look at it.
So that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's right.
Yeah.
In the 200 is your specialty. You had a national leading time for a while. I think fourth best right now.
Yes.
In the nation.
It's third or fourth.
All right.
I have to check, but yeah.
All right. Let's say third. I like that. 22:53 is your PR in the 200. And you were going to run the 60 also.
I was going to run the 60.
Yeah. You missed out on that?
I did. Because last year I didn't make the finals. And this year I would have made finals. So it was sad. I could have finally ran the 60 and the 200 at Big 12. So it was disappointing, but it's okay.
Gotcha. And you were going to run the relay too, the 4x4 relay.
Yes.
You would have been busy.
Oh, extremely busy. Yes.
But the 200 is your specialty. Has it always, going back to high school? In high school, I know 100 and the 200, right?
Oh, yes. In high school, I loved the 100 actually more than I loved the 200. Yes. And then I just started to like pop off in the 2. And I realized it was a fun race because, you know, the 100 and the 60, there's no chances for mistakes really. It's just who's going to get to the line the fastest. Yeah. But, you know, the 200 does come with certain types of skills, and I think I do run a good curve. So I think the 200 is also just a fun race. Yeah. You know, it's fun to see who you might think isn't winning and then someone passes you in at the end, or someone gets out slow and then catches up on the turn. You know, it's just a fun race because anything can happen in those 200 meters.
6A state champion, UIL state champion in both the 100 and the 200. I mean, if you're the state champ in Texas in those two sprint events, man, that's a great accomplishment.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, great accomplishment.
It was fun. It was really exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. And I say Tiriah. If I'd look at it, I might have thought Tiriah, but there's a little story there in Tiriah. Yes. Tiriah, I said it wrong.
You know,
Tiriah.
Yes, so my dad's name is Tyron, and he just wanted his kids to all have that tie, that vowel sound right there with our name. So
what are the other names? Your siblings?
My brother's Tyron Jr. Yeah. Tyran and Tyrian. Yeah.
That's great.
And Tiriah.
And Tiriah.
He was having fun with it. So.
Very good. Very good. Family, athletics, any background in your family?
Truly not very much. Everybody, my mom says that she was fast growing up. She never ran track though, but she said she'd always beat people in races. Yeah. So I think my speed definitely comes from her. There's a lot of athletes now in our generations now, but like previous generations, not too many athletes now.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Plano East High School, huge high school. We were talking about that. Yes. And to win state in both events is a huge accomplishment. Coming out of high school, what was the recruiting process like for you?
So the thing about high school is that I won state my senior year. Mm-hmm. So that was after I had already committed to a school. Okay. So I was going off of junior year accolades. And I didn't get as many schools that I was assuming that I would have reached out to me. But it was also such a fun process going on visits. It was something that was new to me. I didn't have parents who necessarily were athletes growing up to tell me how those things were. So it was just a fun experience going on visits, going on official visits, going to different states, bringing my mom with me to official visits. Like, it was an extremely fun time. And it was also scary because I was like, I'm about to make a decision for the next 4 years of my life, essentially. And I didn't understand the transfer portal at the time. I didn't know that I could just leave a school or something like that. So it was scary. My mom didn't graduate college. You know, this was something new for both of us. So it was definitely exciting, nerve-wracking, and all the above, but it was a great time for sure.
Good. You signed with Louisville out of high school and went there. What did you like about Louisville? What made you decide to go there first?
So my coach there is Coach Tony Miller, and he actually is an alumni here at Baylor.
Yeah, Tony Miller.
Yeah, and him and Coach Ford are like brothers. So it was just a whole family tree.
Well, that explains a lot there.
It's so funny because out of high school, I wanted to come to Baylor.
Yep.
And at the time, Coach Ford was like, we don't even have a full ride for you. I'm not even going to waste your time. And I knew that Coach Miller was very serious about his job as a sprint coach, the talents that he saw in me, the different things. And I trusted him a lot. And I said that I was easily going to go to that school. And I trusted the process, and it went amazing, and it led me here. So,
how about that? So a Baylor connection all the way,
yes,
right?
It was all the way around.
Yeah. If Baylor if Coach Ford had a full scholarship available, do you think, hard to know, do you think you'd come to Baylor originally?
I would have totally came to Baylor. I told all my friends, I'm not leaving Texas. I was like, I'm not going to go to college in another state. And then I did the exact
and you
opposite.
did.
But no, I would have totally came here. And I think that it was all in God's timing. I think God knew that I needed another year somewhere else to build that foundation before I came here.
How about that? Now you're here.
And now I'm here.
Now you're home.
Right.
Now you're home, and you're a senior. And tell me this. So indoors, and you're finishing up the indoor season, then we'll go outdoors. But indoors, what's the psychology of the 100 and then compared to the 200 on that tight indoor track?
So
there's not, there's not 100 indoors. It's 60, the 60, right. The 60 is just a mad dash, right?
No, yes. The 60 is purely, you have to have a good start and have to have speed.
It's all in the start, too,
yes, it's
isn't
all in your start and your speed. And some people have, the thing about it is some people have better top end speed. So some people are better at the 100. Like, you might see some people who are amazing at the 100 and not as good as the 60 because their top end speed comes maybe right after that 50 meters instead of only having 60. So it's a fun sprint. You're not really tired after. It was only 60 meters, but the 200 is very different indoor than outdoor because you are on a bank. So some people who didn't grow up in Texas or grow up competing indoor in high school or middle school, it's something brand new for them. Yeah. Because think about it, when you're in the blocks, you're in the blocks on the bank, and we're literally like an entire slant.
So different.
So it's extremely different, and it takes practice. And Baylor, we don't have indoor track, so we're not practicing on a bank 24/7. So we practice on a flat track and then go compete on a bank track. Yeah. So there are advantages to schools who already have an indoor track because they get to practice on that year round. So it's purely skill, and it's really trial and error. Just, you're going to go, and when we get to the shakeout, you better practice on that bank because you only have one chance to get ready for it. So it's very different, and it's like a slingshot and people fall a lot on indoor tracks as well because you're constantly going up and down, and when you're moving so fast, your legs can go faster than you're trying. So it's a whole process. It's an entirely different thing than outdoor.
That's wild. Well, you adjusted to it well. Yes. I mean, without a banked indoor track to practice on here, you've done very well.
Thank you.
Indoors, yeah. Is that a high bank track there in Lubbock?
Yes, I would say Lubbock is it's one of the higher ones.
Okay.
We know when like some tracks maybe are like lower banked or this and the third, but we would consider Tech a pretty high bank. Yeah. So,
And then the indoor nationals are in Fayetteville. Similar bank there?
I think Arkansas has a pretty banked track. I haven't ran there since high school.
Okay.
And I've only ran there one time, so I don't have a great memory of what the track is like, but I know it's a good track. So
yeah, they host a lot.
Yes, and we just never end up going. So,
right. Good. Well, good luck there. That's coming up next week. Growing up, was it always track? Were there any other sports you were involved in?
So actually growing up, I did not want to be an athlete.
Okay.
I wanted to be on Disney Channel. I wanted to be a singer, a dancer. That was my passion.
Okay.
And until I got to around middle school, and then I learned about volleyball, and I absolutely loved volleyball. I played basketball, and then I finally decided to run track. And I only did it. I was only convinced to run track because I was told all the middle schools would be at the meet, and I just wanted to socialize. I was like, oh, that sounds so fun. So I said, okay, I'll join the track team. And turned out to just be fast. It was purely unintentional. It just happened by chance. So,
well, that means you're natural then,
right?
A God-given ability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. And so you found out you were pretty good at it, and coaches probably spotted you pretty quick.
Yes, that's actually exactly what happened.
Yeah.
For all the sports I played, for basketball and volleyball, I didn't have club teams. I didn't join other teams. I was just playing at school. And at this track meet, a club coach, Team Quest, their head coach, finds my parents in the stadium, like in the stands, and says that she has a lot of talent. And if she was getting trained outside of this sport, she could be amazing. Wow. And I was like, no. I was like, no, this isn't really what I want to do. But I ended up, he was like, just come, just watch a track practice, just see how you like it. And you don't even have to practice. I go out there, I was like, everybody looks so nice. Everybody looks so fun. Like I was seeing all the groups, and it did look like everybody was truly enjoying themselves. And I said, maybe this could be something I could take seriously. Yeah. And that's exactly how it happened. Wow. So yeah.
That's pretty good. Disney Channel dream still alive?
Maybe somewhere. I did actually end up going on the radio. Disney Channel would say, if your kid likes acting or this and the third, come to an audition. And I did. Yeah. And I made the callbacks and everything. Ooh. No, yeah, I was serious about it.
That's great.
It's just we didn't have the money at the time for what they needed. So I said maybe one day when the time is right. But
wow.
Yeah,
all right.
I was truly serious.
All right, good luck. So maybe that's in your future
maybe
at
somewhere,
some point.
Yeah.
Would you like to run professionally after Baylor?
Yes, I do want to run professionally.
Yeah. What does that look like? What do you think?
I know it's going to be a whole different ball game. Being a Division I athlete, we get very used to the accommodations to, here's your schedule, here's your flight ticket, here's what you're going to wear, here's the bus schedule. Right. Everything is not handed to us, but we are on a strict schedule. And going everything lined up for me to being on my own after May, it is going to be an adjustment. So the plan is to trust God and hope that I get a contract so that I'm not going to completely just be on my own when I go pro. Yeah.
Very good. Is that going on right now? Work to be a professional, to get a contract, to get sponsored? Is that going on right now?
Yeah, basically that's everything now. To get all those accolades, I need to win a title. I need to do as best as I can to get as many brands' attentions as possible, basically. Yeah.
All right. Maybe Disney will be a sponsor
I could get
for
sponsored
you.
By Disney.
Hopefully
they
cool.
see this.
Yeah, that'd be very fun. And what does big indoor nationals coming up after that? You move outdoors. What does outdoors look like for you?
So there's the TCU meet. It's always that first TCU meet right after indoor natties, and usually those who run at natties get that week off. Right. And then right after that, it's outdoor has officially started. So as soon as I cross that finish line at Arkansas, it's outdoor season, basically, because it's right thereafter.
And for y'all here at Baylor, I mean, your every practice is outdoors for the most part anyway. So it's just a matter of the meets being outdoors also.
And I love our track. I think we have a very beautiful track. And then being able to see the Brazos at nighttime and then we even get to see the football stadium from the track. It's truly a beautiful area. 100%.
Yeah, Clyde Hart Track and Field Stadium is spectacular. It's right on the river, and I'm not telling you anything, but it's a great home track, isn't it?
And we have 3 home meets
and
this
3
year.
home meets,
so
which
I'm
is
excited.
Great. People should come out and see you run. Do you feel like, I don't know if this would ever happen if we would have an indoor facility, but how much would you benefit, do you think, if we had an indoor training facility?
I think it would benefit a lot. I know Coach Ford doesn't seem to really want one. We've kind of, nudged the idea. Right. He would rather not have an indoor track. It would also alter a lot of the schedules. Like colleges are so used to going to Arkansas, Tech, A&M that we would bump in there and like change around an entire schedule that everybody's been having for years,
That's true.
But it would be nice. At my old school, at Louisville, we did have an indoor track that we would practice at. So it does help because it's a home track. You have that advantage of knowing the track and being there. So yeah, there's pros and cons, but I don't think Baylor will be getting one anytime soon.
So we've got a little bit of an indoor where pole vaulters can jump indoors. Would that be long enough in there for a 60? Could you run? I mean, just practice.
So it's 70 meters. Okay. And it is enough to practice. It is. We do end up, not too much. Right. We don't have a whole lot of lanes.
Yeah.
But it's enough to, whenever it's cold outside, we definitely are indoor quickly.
Yeah.
We'll quickly make our way inside to do block starts or whatever the case is.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like to do away from track and field? You got any hobbies or anything?
So this is where I'm flawed at, because everybody else seems to like have other hobbies and I don't.
Okay, that's no problem. My wife tells me all the time, you need hobbies.
I think I need
one.
Yeah, I like to roller skate, but then it's scary because it's like I don't want to roll an ankle before a track meet or something.
True,
so it's just certain things that it's like, yeah, I have to find that thing after I graduate.
Would it be skates or roller blades?
I have rollerbladed before when I was younger. It's actually easier than it looks.
Yeah.
It seems like it's hard, but they're actually very easy to skate with. Yeah.
With your athletic ability, I think you'd pick it up pretty quick.
Maybe that's what it is.
So nothing else really hobby-wise?
Not really, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Pets? You have a dog?
I have a cat.
A cat?
Yes, I do have a cat.
Name?
And her name is Olympia.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. Olympia.
Yes.
Would you like to end up in the Olympics someday?
Yes. I did make it to the Olympic trials in the previous years for 2026. I did not make top 3, so I did not go. I was not in Paris, but I was there and that experience was amazing.
Yeah.
I got to run against professional athletes. I ran against Sha'Carri twice that week.
Yeah.
It was really fun. Like, it was enjoyable. Me and her had a conversation after, and it was just an entirely different environment than being running against collegiate athletes.
Right.
And it was also beautiful seeing so many college uniforms out there instead of just Nike or Adidas or Puma, whatever the case may be. It was very amazing. And you think I would be more nervous running at Olympic trials than a D1 meet, but I was actually not nervous at all because the attention wasn't on me.
Oh.
The attention was on those who were already professional, so it was truly just an enjoyable meet, and the goal was just to make it to Paris. And if I don't, I know I had another year. So
yeah. How'd you finish at those trials?
I think at trials I finished like maybe 15th or something. I don't even remember what I wasn't even really too worried about it. I just wanted to run good.
But you were on the young side.
Yes, I was a sophomore in college when I ran at Olympic trials.
So 28's coming around.
Yes.
LA Olympics. I mean, that's
it's gonna be in America, like in the USA. So
it's kind of in your prime running too. Is that a real goal for you?
It is. I truly do see it in my future, and only like 2 years away. So I could see that happening, just hoping that that's the case. And instead of just focusing too much on it, just focusing on what leads up to 2028. Yeah.
Ooh, very smart.
Thank you.
Very smart. Well, it's great to visit with you.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatments, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports, Pete.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco. One of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more information, go to WacoHomeParade.com.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
David Willey here. I got a question for you. How do you know what kind of deal you're getting on your copier? If you really want to know, give me a call and I'll be glad to talk to you about it. CTWP, your only local copier company.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And welcome back. Final segment, John Morris Show on a Tuesday. Glad you're with us. Sun has popped out here in Central Texas. Really nice out there. Hope you enjoyed a portion of our Sikkim podcast visit with Tiriah Kelly. Jerry Hill reminds me she's also qualified for both relays. So in the NCAA West Regional, in the 200, the 100, the 4x1 relay, and the 4x4 relay. So she'll be busy over the next few days in Fayetteville, Arkansas with Baylor Track and Field. And that was a portion of our Sikkim podcast. The new one, by the way, that I think will be out this week, maybe Thursday. We had all 3 of Baylor's female pole vaulters together for the Sikkim podcast. Molly Haywood, Tinley Kuhn, Alencia Lentz, all 3 of them together. And they are the ones who finished 1st, 2nd, and 4th in the Big 12 Outdoor Championships. So a lot of points there in that pole vault group. And they have all 3. I think I'm right. I think all 3 are in the top 12 in the region. So potentially all 3 could get to Eugene, Oregon, and the nationals there. So that will be our Sikkim podcast out a little bit later this week, available wherever you find your podcasts. Here, let's wrap things up with some birthdays. We like to do that. Share birthdays on this 26th day of May. It is Jordan Williams' birthday today. Jordan, former Baylor football defensive back slash linebacker, sort of that hybrid position. Happy birthday to him. Kerry Hansen's birthday is today. Good Baylor man in Lorena. Happy birthday to him. Judy Schmeltikoff up in Fort Worth. The Schmeltikoffs, great Baylor supporters in Fort Worth. You talk about waving the green and gold in enemy territory. They do it, and they do it really, really well. Judy and Jeff Schmeltikoff, and happy birthday to Judy today. Mike Young's birthday is today, radio up in the Metroplex, and I think that is it. I think that's all that I have. Going back to yesterday, Donald Wright's birthday, a great Baylor man supporter in the Metroplex. Adam Revelette's birthday yesterday, formerly an assistant coach here with Baylor baseball. So that'll wrap things up for us. We do appreciate your being with us. Reminder, tomorrow we will be live from Kish's Complete Car Care Center. That is 5300 Franklin Avenue in Waco. So come by and see us there. We'll be there 9 to 10. And we appreciate Kish and their hospitality. And we'll be there for the live show tomorrow, 9 a.m., 5300 Franklin Avenue is the location. Look forward to that. We'll see you from Kish's tomorrow. Thanks again to Alliance Bank Central Texas and to the Brazos Landing. Thanks to Brandon and Garrett behind the scenes. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll do it tomorrow, Lord willing, 9 a.m. live from Kish's John Morris Show from the Rogue Media Network. Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
At DeCampley's Italian Ristorante, we are committed to providing an authentic Italian experience. Through exceptional service, delicious food, and a family environment, we want our guests to create memories that they will want to share with their family and friends. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Make your reservation today. Check us out on Facebook and at DeCampley's.com.
Spring has sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.